We hot? All right, here we go. New year, new van build out. We had to replace the Ford Ram ProMaster. So we got this Mercedes-Benz 2500. Just starting with the wrap. I think that the guys in New York Signs did a wonderful job. If you're in New York, hit them up. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I think this is like a gunmetal on the wrap. Barcode works. So now you can all like and subscribe and follow me on Instagram. It's the beauty. Let's get right in. This is what you guys are all here for. Same as the other van, these doors will fold all the way around. We got the carpeting on the back of these doors, not because we did it, it was just here and we like it. We got a Metabo battery holder. We got 4 Metabo batteries here. We use those for the rare handled saws. We got some Milwaukee batteries here. We got the M12s. We got a couple of M18s. We'll fold these all the way around. You can see how that goes. One of the things when we built it out, we never really had a good place to put our ladders, so we specifically left a spot to put these 2 4-foot ladders here so we can always have them on the truck with us. If we need bigger ones, we'll throw them in the middle. New addition to the van. If you come here, just starting right in the back, we got these Pro platforms from Werner. These things are outstanding. Not only are they a platform and they link together, but you can also use them as sawhorses in a pinch, which we have done, and they hold a ton of weight. They're outstanding. I got them at Lowe's. I completely recommend them. All right. I don't know if this was on here during the last one, but we acquired a cut hub too. So we have the 3 cut hub platforms nestled in here, and then we got 3 wood planks over here, which one Ken jumps up, he'll show you. So this is basically the whole cut hub setup, which is nice. We have some more cut hub stuff, accessories up towards the front, but we'll get to that. We'll stay here in the back. We got more Milwaukee batteries. We've been switching over to flex tools. I like the power. They're great for building decks. We started out with an impact and a hammer drill. We've now got 2 sets. We got a rotary hammer drill. We got a couple of things that we really like. We got a, what is that, Ken? You can
oscillating tool.
Yeah, we got
oscillating tool.
Yeah, we got the oscillating tool. It takes the Starlock, and we were using the Festool one, but now, just to keep on the same battery platform, it's working out really nice. We got the drywall router. We got the drywall screw gun that is has the collated screw attachment, so you can put the strips in, which is really nice. This guy is still in the same spot. This is our kind of like knock around laser. He just sticks up there. Very nice. One of the things, it's hard to tell, but back in this corner we had space. There is actually 2 sawhorses back there from Bora. The adjustable height ones, the ones that you sort of pinch and they drop out. So it's very nice. We can also access those much easier. When the cut hub is out, we can just grab them and pull them out. You try and maximize as much space as you can when you got a van, especially when you're a carpenter and you have a lot of tools. All right, starting at this back stack, we've got one of these sort of half pack out like things. It's empty, and what we would use it for is we'd put specific fasteners or whatever we need for that particular job. When we actually go out onto the job, comes on, comes off, very nice. We switched out from the Festool track saw to the Milwaukee track saw. Again, I just needed something with more power in the field for when I'm building decks and working on site. I still use the Festool in the shop. Festool is great. There's nothing wrong with Festool. The Milwaukee track saw is twice as powerful. We've got the radio. Has no battery in it, or I would sing for you like I did last time. But again, the radio is fantastic, as everyone knows. We have the drywall box on here. This has all our drywall tools. We don't go out of our way to do drywall, but if we do, if we're doing a kitchen or we're doing something on the inside where we have to do it and it's 10, 12, 20 sheets will do it. But don't call me to drywall your whole house. Everything's labeled, as you can see. Track saw, drywall. We got these 3 drawers. This 3 drawer right here catches a lot of like miscellaneous stuff, and it's right here on the back. So when we need to grab something, whether it's wood plugs or washers or plastic shims, the fast cap stickers to cover the screw holes in the cabinets. They come in different colors. What else we got here? We got some. Yeah, these are the stickers I was talking about. We have pencil sharpener. We have an extra tape measure. We have these little guys that go on the plate level, the Stabilo plate level. It's just a bunch of stuff. We got Collins clamps in here. Just a whole lot of. There's even a siding tool in there. Occasionally we have to pull off some vinyl siding when we're doing a window. Next one down, we have tool wrenches, the jack bar, the skill saw rip guide, WD-40, some extra bungee cords. We have an extra long shank for when we're using the impact, we need to get it. And then we also have a couple of extra knives in here if someone needs a knife. And we got knife blades. I've switched over to the Breakaway Tajimas. Love them. Can't say enough about them. They are great. On the bottom here, this is just router bits. Not a lot of router bits, just what we might need in the field. Anything that's taking extensive routering is probably getting done in the shop. Over here, we got some sanding discs, some flat sanding pads, some belt sanding stuff. This way it's not floating around. This here is empty. It's waiting for a tool to be named later. Go ahead and comment below and let me know what tool we should buy and put in this thing. All right, we got that. Maybe we'll just stay on this side. Ken, why don't you jump up and join me in here? All right, we have a top shelf up here. We've got the level bag. There is room for other stuff if we ever needed 2 extra sawhorses. We put this little lip on it so that nothing will roll out. And this particular pack out will actually keep stuff from going this way, and this one will keep stuff from going this way. We've dedicated a whole narrow bay to our chargers. We're trying to narrow down the battery powered tools we use, but it's hard because I like so many. So we've got a Makita charger. We've got a small DeWalt charger for the 12-volt laser. We've got a Senko charger. We've got a few Milwaukee chargers. There is a Milwaukee charger inside the Sawzall as well as more Milwaukee batteries. Got a DeWalt fast charger. We got a pass load charger. We got Flex. We got Metabo. Pretty much covers all the chargers we're going to need. They're right here when you need them. You don't have to go rummaging through. You can pretty much reach in here and grab whatever you need. These are all screw indexes, different screws. They're mostly marked. Some of these labels might have to get redone from time to time, but you know, wood screws, just all different screws. These again are more screw indexes running through here. This is my M12 installation driver kit on the bottom. Great tool, especially if you're doing kitchens. And the 2 small pack outs above it have all the different bits and different things I would use when I was doing that. So all I need to do is grab this with these 2 attached, and I'm out the door and I'm into whatever job site I'm doing, and I'm going to be able to handle that particular job. If you don't have one, I would recommend it. It's actually amazing. We might even do a video just on that kit alone. Am I kidding? Probably not. All right, we've got more room for indexes. One of these indexes is probably going down here, but that's fine. So we got 4 here. You know, we got way too many fasteners on the truck, but we're prepared for anything. Coming across to this side, if you remember on the other van, I had like a little junk drawer of hand power tools. Well, we have it again. It's only bigger and it holds more. So now we've got the Sawzall in here. We have the Milwaukee belt sander, which I replaced the rigids with the Milwaukee. Thing is amazing. It's much better. Dust collection is really good when you keep the bag on it, if you keep the bag on it. I still like the DeWalt planer better than I like the Milwaukee one. I do own the Milwaukee one. I may put it on just because it doesn't really matter, just to keep that battery going. Here are the Flex drills. We got 2 impacts, 2 drills I was talking about. Those things are great. I got tired of burning out DeWalts and Festols, so recent additions, I've got this Milwaukee sander, and I've got another one back here These are great. These are more job site sanders, but especially this quarter sheet sander, they really get the job done really well. These might actually wind up getting their own drawer. And then, as always, I've got two DeWalt trim routers right here. Love those DeWalt trim routers. Moving down, we never had a place to keep our hand tools. They were always floating around on the floor. We now have room for two of the Milwaukee tool bags. They're mixed up, just various hand tools that we might use. We got some hand drive nails here. I like to keep those out so I can grab them so I see them. I've got my helmet. Kenny keeps his helmet in his backpack for whatever job site we go to. Keep our caulking guns. We've got a little DeWalt 4-inch turkey saw. We got the bandsaw, some extra blades. And I've also got some Makita batteries just stationed right there because we still use a Makita biscuit joiner, battery operated. And we also have the Makita X-Lock grinder. We just love the simplicity of changing the blade by flipping a switch, kind of like you do on a Starlock. Very nice. Top shelf. This is something we always struggled with, and we'd have saws just hanging all over the place. Now we've got all of our skill saws right up here, stowed away, nice and neat. So we have two of these. We have the big dog, that's mine, and then we have Kenny's, same one, but we just call it Kenny's. These are our everydays when we're building a deck. We love these Metabo rear handle saws. They're very light. This little Makita is great for when you're working up in like rafters or working on joists at high heights. It's light, it's small, it's easy to use. And then the real big dog here, we have the 10 1/4 40 volt Makita. This saw is outstanding. Currently it needs a blade change, but it cuts right through 4x4s like it's cutting through ice cream. I don't know if anyone's ever heard that. All right, we can go down to the bottom here. This is nail guns, and mixed in with the nail guns, we have the Milwaukee laser, great laser. We have the pass load. We have a strap nailer. This is a M12 palm nailer. We've got 18 gauge, 16 gauge, and 15 gauge Milwaukee finish nailers. We got the Max Air high pressure compressor. This will run high pressure guns as well as regular guns. And then we got the Max Air high pressure coil framing gun, which is also amazing. It's great. If you have the money, invest in it. Out of control. In the wheel wells, we always like to keep junk. So this isn't necessarily junk, but we have extra blades. We've got extension cords. We've got our jack for when we're jacking up, let's say, some sort of porch beam or a rafter or something, just anything that needs to be jacked up. We've got extra nails right here. We got some hand saws. We got this big Johnson framing square, which is speed square, very nice, rafter square, whatever you want to call it. During Christmas time, when Home Depot had all of the Milwaukee ratchet sets and impact sets, we went ahead and grabbed a couple of these. One's a 3/8 drive and one's a deep impact. Very good quality. I like the way it stores. They're nice and flat. All right, let's move on. We also got some framing fuel right there for the pass load. We made a dedicated stack. I couldn't get rid of Festool. I love Festool too much. And the one thing I love the most about Festool are the sanders. And I think a lot of people would agree with me. So these are basically just all the different Festool sanders and sandpaper. And we built this compartment specifically just for the sustainers. So this is all the Festool we're really going to carry. We do have a domino joiner on here, but it's in a pack up. All right, moving over. If you look down here, we got a single plate. This is one of the wall plates, but we decided to use it on the floor so we can have a single stack the way this is laid out. And in this single stack, we have extra ratchet straps and just sort of miscellaneous. This is all PL. I believe this holds 24 or 36 tubes. I can't remember offhand, but it holds a lot. This is caulk and other adhesives. This is the Makita Rotex sander. The pack out would have been too big and we would have been stuck. So we just went ahead and got one of these slim boxes and it fits in here perfectly with everything we need for it. We've got the pack out vacuum, which is nice, especially when you only need small things. You don't have to go crazy. And the pack out light. And this is also a charger if you plug it in. This is also good. We brought this on job sites when there's no light and this thing shines bright. Moving down, these are the Milwaukee cabinets that they the pack out cabinets that they pitch for like in your garage or in your shop. They work well for here in the truck, and this is where we keep, you know, Bondo, we got some lacquers, we got some 90 spray, you know, contact adhesive, just all sorts of stuff. There's wood glue in here. We're able to get at it, and it's all labeled, the CA glue in here, so we know when we come in like, hey, we need CA glue, we come right here. We have another one right here. This one has the wood fillers, the putty knives, the mineral spirits, has some acetone, some wood glue. Now, we have a small thin pack out just because it fit here, and we had it, and we have an assortment of finish nails, so whenever we're doing trim, we'll just bring this in rather than bring in a bunch of nails and have them loose. So this always works out well. Moving down, the 2 pack out drawers work well for tools. The 3 pack out drawers, not so much, but you'll see as we go through. Here we have our oscillating tools. And if you look in this one, we've got 2 oscillating tools in here. We've got 2 Festool batteries, and we got a shit ton of blades, and everything stows in here nice. Then we move down. Here's the X-Lock grinder. We have an extra battery in here too, as well as those. And we have a ton of different blades for it, whether it be sanding discs or metal cutoffs. But the X-Lock grinder is, I mean, this, you can't beat this when you go to change a blade. There's no wrenches involved. And you just want to put it back on. You just sort of take it and line it up and click it. It's on. That's it. Great tool, worth it. Moving on down, what do we got? Tape. It's always good to have your tape in all one spot. There's a ton of tape in there. You got some zip tape, you got blue tape, you got frog tape, you got some Tyvek tape. This wouldn't be what we would actually use for a job, but if we do need some or we have some left over, this is where it winds up, and this is where we come to use it. We try and use it up first. Moving down, cam clamps. If you've ever done trim and you're pre-setting your door casings and you're using PUR adhesive, these things come in handy. You need a bunch of them, but with the PUR, you really only need 4, so to speak, because you can do one side of the door, cam it up, do the other side of the door, and by then you can take those clamps off and start another set. Cam clamps, well worth it, especially if you're serious about your trim. Speaking of PUR, here's the PUR applicator gun. We've got extra glues in here. This stuff is really good. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you've mastered that, you're good. Moving down, our other Makita tool. This is the Makita biscuit joiner. To have a biscuit joiner that's battery operated, especially building decks and doing other things where you're going to use a biscuit here and there, is amazing. We love it. We even keep an Allen key in here because we use an Allen key to adjust a lot of this, especially the handle. We have to lower the handle to stow it. Close this up. Moving down, here we go. The Metabo 1/2-inch battery router. This thing is a game changer, super strong. Extra Metabo battery in here. Really, really good router. I have a custom plate on this right now, but you can always put this plate back on. Then we have Kreg jig, Kreg screws, Kreg clamps. Comes in handy a lot. I know a lot of you pros don't like to use Kreg, but we enjoy it. We'll start at the bottom here. Extra Fastener bits, and we also have Sawzall blades in here. We have a ton of Sawzall blades. It never stops me from buying more because I never think I have them. Here we go. This thing is powerful. That's all I have to say. It's the Flex 1-inch, and then we keep the bits in here. We were using a DeWalt hammer drill on a job. It wasn't doing the job. That night I went to Lowe's, I picked that up, and it ate through the concrete like you wouldn't believe. Okay, here we go, some Festool. This is for the Rodex 90 with the Delta head and the round head, more sandpaper. Here we have our jigsaws, our DeWalt jigsaws. One has the coping foot and one has straight base. We got a ton of blades in there. I'm not very fond of this straight base because it tends to like loosen, and if you don't hold this, then it starts to angle the blade and you wind up getting a beveled cut. Last but not least, we've got chalk boxes, Sharpies, string line, marking paint. I even have some hinge jigs tucked in here for when we're doing doors, and extra pencils. Never have enough of those. Moving up, I believe we're gonna have, this is, it's not marked. I don't know why it's not marked, but I will mark it. This is the new Milwaukee M12 random orbit oscillating sander. This thing is, it totally blew my mind. It's out of control. This is one of the best sanders you can get for detail, the little detail sander. I love it. It's definitely, I see a lot of other people did reviews on this and they were also like pleasantly surprised. Fits in there nice too. Oh, see, look, I did M12 detail sander up here. So I can probably just move that here. Look, you can see me reorganize. So that's an empty drawer again. Think of what we should put in there. Anything I forgot. And we'll be good. Here we just have dominoes and dowels. Moving up. We've got, so these are just nails. This is one heavy pack out, by the way. These are all finish nails, pin nails. Finish nails, pin nails, some hand nails. Hot glue gun, glue sticks, some chip brushes. At the very top, because it's not in a drawer, easier to access, we actually have the domino joiner and a corded biscuit joiner. Kind of a backup for that. I don't know if we necessarily need it. And then just because it fit, another screw index with GRK deck screws. Very nice. All right, we went through all this, Here we go. These are all the cut hub attachments. This is the fence that comes with it. It has all the brackets that are up here somewhere that hold the wood. I've got a Makita 40 volt charger. I've got the Makita 40 volt 12-inch chop saw. This thing is amazing. The only problem is it weighs like 80 pounds. Super heavy. And then I've got my 40 volt batteries. I've even got the 8 amp hour one, which is like the size of like a football. Coming down here, you can see we have the Festool vacuum. We use this more as dust collection to go on the saw. And then we've got the M18 shop vac, which we use a lot, cordless. Thing is great. Haven't had any problems with the batteries. Sucks up dirt just like you'd want it. There's no cords. Very, very good. Again, something you can't go wrong with. Got some DeWalt batteries out here. Got a couple of extra Festool batteries down there. Inside of here, which you'd pull out from this side, we'll get around to that. This is the FlexVolt table saw. And then we got this mounted right on top of that. And we sort of cut down the pack out plate so it would fit better. We've got all of our drill bits right here that we need. The next one up, this is the actual, this is the Milwaukee racking kit. So it comes with these two things and the plates. Work perfect here because you can get your hand in here, you can get your hand in here. Here we have tarps, rags, little magic erasers. We got some nitrate gloves, which are good if you don't want to get shit all over your hands. Up here up top, then we just have attachments for the Milwaukee vacuum, which again you can get out. This thing is great. You hook the vacuum up to it and the suction holds it to the wall and you cut and the dirt just falls right into it. Keep your customer's house clean, keeps them happy. In the van right here, we also have these lights. Ken, if you go back there and push that button, the lights will come on. We got these LED lights, keeps it nice and bright in here at nighttime. It's great, so we're never fumbling around looking for stuff. If you're wondering what these like skylight looking things are, there was a AC unit that was above here and it hung down into the van and I was hitting my head on it. So we ripped it out, we cut the metal, and we had a guy install a skylight panel. And the same in the back. Ken, if you turn around, you can just show them. Same thing, there was a unit there. It was like some sort of exhaust fan. And we cut that out. It's not the prettiest, but it actually lets light in during the daytime. All right, we'll come around. This is actually very exciting. You can actually go from the cabin to the back. We never had that. On the floor you can see we have a little gift from the guy who was wrapping his van. Little Instagram with the JLG woodworker. What's that called again?
QR code.
QR code. There you go. I was going to put this on my back of my wife's Volkswagen. Here, turn around and show 'em. Just as a joke, see if she likes it. I don't know how you think that'll go over, but yeah. So Kenny no longer has a bench seat. He has a real seat. I'll let you jump up in here. It's very, very, very comfortable, and it's great. One of the things we did have to do, if you show him, we did have to put that radio in. There was no radio in here whatsoever. So it's a pretty nice cabin. Here, we'll just come out on the side and you can just see where the saw comes out, and I think that'll be the end of this. So here's the table saw, and you just be able to pull it right out this way. In and out. Heavy stuff, easy to take in and out. That's the idea. That's why the saw is right there. And if you're wondering why that saw is not going to tumble out, Ken, if you go out there, you can show them we drilled the holes in the pegs for the cut hub. Just sit down in the plywood, and we're able to lift the saw right out. And then if you're wondering what's on top of the vacuum, that's the little DeWalt blower. Thing is amazing. For as tiny as it is, looks like a hair dryer, but it's powerful. All right, that's it. I hope you like it, and stay tuned for more detailed stuff. Thanks a lot.